Hey, what's up, my friend? Keala Kanae here, and in this video, we're gonna talk about stress, right? Stress is inevitable in your business. It's 100% normal. So we're gonna talk about stress and, more importantly, how to stay calm under the pressure of building a remarkable business and fulfilling that inspired destiny that resides inside of you. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I've broken today's content down into basically three major tips that have helped me cope with the stress of building a business. And I want to pre-frame this by just giving you some of the backstory here so that you can understand what my experience is and why I would share this content with you, right? I started my current business at the end of 2016, November of 2016, and by March of 2017, we were doing over $1 million in revenue per month. So in other words, in 5 to 6 months, we had gone from 0 to 7 figures per month. We were bringing in about 3,000 to 5,000 new customers per month, and we were continuing to grow from there. In year 1, we did just shy of $20 million in revenue, and in year 2, we did just barely over $20 million in revenue. Before year 3, I went through a partner buyout, started to scale back, rebrand, and took a little bit of a step back so I could take a giant leap forward in the long run. But my point is that I scaled very quickly. My team went from 1 employee to about 60 employees inside of the first 1 year. And pretty much anytime that I've mentioned that to kind of a veteran entrepreneur, they're always like, man, how did you survive that? That's a whole lot of stress, right? And so I've gotten a crash course over the years of how to deal with stress and how to manage it, how to cope with it, how to minimize it, how to prevent it, and a whole host of other stuff. So I've got 3 major tips for you that we're gonna cover in this video, and here is tip number 1, right? And in tip number 1, we're gonna talk about diamonds. Yes, ladies, diamonds, okay? And what is my point here? Well, my point is that diamonds are made under pressure, right? In other words, it is more than just some cliche statement to say that the things that don't kill you do make you stronger. That is a fact, okay? The things that do not kill you make you stronger. In fact, growth is what happens at the precipice of challenge and support. In other words, you eventually, in your evolution as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you're inevitably going to hit points in your business that become extreme challenges that you're not sure how to overcome. And don't worry, don't freak out, because basically this is the law of the universe, and I don't have time. That's a whole nother video that we can get into at a different time. But whenever challenge shows up, so will an equal amount of support. It may show up in your team members, it may show up in your friends being there for you, it may show up in family members being there for you, but whatever it is, think back on any time in your life when you've had a challenge. Didn't you also have some sort of support that showed up around you, even if it was just a therapist, right? It's true. So you're gonna meet a point in your business where you have a challenge, something that is, that's something that you've come up against that you're not sure how to get through. Know in advance that support is going to rise up to help you meet that challenge. And at that point, right, is where you are experiencing the most amount of growth as a human being. In other words, that thing, that opportunity, that obstacle is, and it is an opportunity, but it is not stopping you. In fact, it is preparing you for the next level and the next evolution in your business. If I didn't go through, making 7 figures extremely fast, I wouldn't now have a better plan of how to make 9 figures more intelligently. If I didn't go through the stress of that. If I didn't go through the stress of waking up some days in my business and being overcome with anxiety, I wouldn't have the tools that I have today that help me curb all of that and deal with day-to-day stresses that today are much larger than the things that were happening in my business that caused that anxiety. But today I'm able to deal with much bigger problems in my business without losing my mind or even losing an ounce of sleep. So it's because I went through those things that prepared me for the next level, the next evolution of my business. And so, again, diamonds are made under pressure. And you want to become a diamond in your industry, don't you? right? And a diamond is going to slice and dice through every obstacle that comes its way eventually. You know, there is a fantasy that we're supposed to reach some point in our business or our life where it's going to be smooth sailing, easy from here. I'm never going to have any more financial worries. And the truth is, that day never comes, right? Instead, it's much simpler to surrender to the fact that your life will be consistently contain challenges and support that will help you rise up to meet that challenge so that you can grow and evolve and become better at whatever it is that you do. So hopefully that helps you kind of reframe it as an opportunity, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The second thing that I want to talk to you about is how to prevent some of that stress. So there are a few things that I do to help me prevent some of the stress. One is I make sure to have a solid morning routine. Okay? So I do not wake up and start checking my email from my phone or checking my social media from bed like I've seen other entrepreneurs do and like I used to do when I was first out there getting started. Instead, I protect my morning routine, right, like a bulldog. Okay? So I wake up, I want to make sure that I'm able to get ready for my day, take a shower, have a calm breakfast. I sit out on my patio. If the weather is nice here in Las Vegas, I'll sit out on the patio. I'll even smoke a little bit of hookah. Judge me if you want, but it's something that is calming and enjoyable. And it allows me to sit there and just kind of enjoy my time. I will read something that is beneficial to me in my business, something that is about business or marketing or sales or personal development. I'll take some time to read. I'll take some time to go through my affirmations. So I will start affirming to myself the reality and repeating my goals to myself and saying, you know, I am a decamillionaire or whatever my goals might be. I don't want to, this is not a video on affirmations, so we'll say that for a different time. I'll go through my affirmations. I will write down the things that I'm grateful for to start my day. And basically, I want to start my day, right? I want to create my state. Rather than what most people do is they wake up, they start answering emails, they start answering Slack messages or Facebook messages or what have you. And before you know it, they're in it and their day and the state of their state of being has been dictated to them versus them dictating it. So before I open up email, before I open up any messengers, before I open up Slack or I deal with anything in my business, the first 2 hours of my day have been spent on me taking care of me first, right? An empty cup fills no cups. So every morning I work on filling my cup up first so I can fill the cups of others. Another thing that's worked really well for me is my phone, and this might be a hard one for some of you, is on do not disturb mode 100% of the day now, right? So I had a hard time getting used to that at first. At one point, my whole life revolved around my phone. But think about this. Most of the people that when somebody messages you and their email comes directly into your world, you're not on your schedule, you're on their schedule now. When somebody sends you something on Messenger and it pops up on your phone or it pops up on your computer and you start responding to it, they are now dictating your schedule. In fact, it's almost as if you work for them, right? My accounting team hits me with a question and I respond to it instantly. Wait, who works for who here? You understand what I'm saying? At first, I started out with having my phone on do not disturb mode until about noon. Today, it's on do not disturb mode 24/7. And you know what the only painful piece of that is? Is that sometimes I lose my phone and now I can't call it and find it. It just makes finding my phone a little bit more difficult. But beyond that, it's been an absolute blessing, right? Nobody can reach me unless I want to be reached, and that's the way that I like it. I have times throughout my day that I go in and will look at emails, I'll look at Asana or our project manager, I'll look at Slack messages, I'll check my text messages, and I'll respond on my schedule. I dictate how my time is spent. Somebody else does not dictate to me how my time is spent. And I promise you, if you will surrender to this and give it a good 30 days, I'm willing to bet that you'll find this very, very comforting for you as well and help you really experience a lot less stress throughout the day. So, and tip number 3 is our stressings are our blessings, right? I can be stressed out about the fact that I might be tight on my mortgage, or I could be grateful that I have a mortgage, that I have a roof over my head to take care of me and my family. I can be stressed out about a car payment, or I can be grateful for the fact that I have a car when so many people don't. I can be stressed out about my business's sales being down, or I can be grateful that I have a remarkable business that allows me to express my values and express my purpose onto the world, right? My point is that if you take a really hard look at all the things that are stressing you out, there's probably a great opportunity for you to be grateful for the same thing that is stressing you out. So there's a couple of questions that I'll ask myself when I feel myself getting stressed out. And the first one is, what is there to be grateful for in all of this? So if I'm stressed out in the moment and I'm thinking about, oh, sales are down and the sales team is underperforming, I'll ask myself, well, what is there that I can be grateful for in all this? And oftentimes I'll look at that same thing and say, well, I can be grateful that I have a sales team to begin with. I'm grateful that I have a sales director that cares. I'm grateful that we have data and reporting that allows me to know in advance that sales are down so that I can respond to it as opposed to finding out about it at the end of the month through accounting. Right? I can be grateful that we have a sales process that's dialed in that is better than it was a year ago and that we've come such a long way as a business. Right? Another question that I'll ask myself is, what opportunity is this presenting to me? What opportunity is this presenting to me? As a matter of fact, as I'm shooting this video right now, about 2 hours ago, I was on a call with my executive team as we were pouring through the KPIs for the business, which is one of the things that we do on a weekly basis, right? During that call, I found out that conversions are one of our sales funnels that generates our customers for us. The conversions are down by 34%, which is a pretty significant number. Well, as we pulled up more of the data, I started to see that, hey, only 6% of the people in that funnel, only 6% of the people that came through that funnel ever actually see our offer. 6%. So in other words, if we could just increase the amount of people that see our offer, we'd potentially conversions might even be lower, but overall sales would be higher. That's a lot to explain, and that's really a marketing and sales conversation, which is a topic for another video. But my point is this, that I could be angry that conversions on that funnel were down by 34%, or I can see the opportunity that just got presented to me where I realize, whoa, we have a huge opportunity here for us to get more people in this funnel to actually see our offer to begin with. So in the end, there's likely going to be an improvement in overall customer acquisition because that problem was presented to us. It hurts today, but it'll be a blessing tomorrow. So again, I'll ask myself, what opportunity is this challenge presenting to me? And look for a way to transform my stressings into blessings. So there you have it. Diamonds are built under pressure, right? You are naturally going to have stress. You're naturally going to have obstacles in your business. It's just easier to surrender to that fact and be open to it. Number two, work on preventing it by protecting your time first. People have said to me, hey, Keala, you tend to wear all the same shirt in all of your videos. You know why I do that? Because it's one less thing for me to think about. I have literally 11 of this shirt. 7 of them are short sleeve and 4 of them are long sleeve. That way, when I wake up in the day, I don't have anything to think about what I'm gonna wear. I just literally take the same shirt off a hanger that I had wore the day before, put it on, and I'm good to go. It's one less thing for me to be stressed out about. So protect your time, protect your energy. Remember to fill up your cup first before you fill anyone else's. And really, take me on this challenge. Put your phone on do not disturb mode for 30 days and only respond and only look at it when you are ready to deal with some of the issues going on in your business. And number 3, convert all of your stressings to blessings and find a way to be grateful for the things that you're going through. And it'll help you approach the challenges with a balanced mind, a balanced perception, and think more carefully and critically through the issues without having an emotional response. Remember this one rule: where emotions are high, intelligence is typically low. right? And very stressed people tend to be very emotional. If you can balance that stress and approach it from a more intelligent and minimize the emotions, you'll be able to approach your challenges more intelligently. I hope you got value out of this video. Somewhere around here, you're gonna see a subscribe button you can click on. You can subscribe to this channel so that you get updates about future videos. You'll be able to comment, drop a comment, let me know, was it boring? Did I go too fast? What else should I have said? What other questions would you like answered? Drop us some feedback so that we can do better by you. Make sure that you subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in another video, my friend. Take care.